Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the only place where you get real, raw, and brutally honest car reviews without the sugar-coated fluff or showroom polish. If it's hyped, we break it down. If it's underrated, we tell you why it shouldn't be. Today, we're diving into a compact SUV that's been hanging around the edges of the segment for years, trying to stay relevant. Hey, but now, it's back with a brand new face and a much-needed overhaul. Say hello to the 2026 Ford EcoSport. Exterior. Now, let's talk about what hits you first at the exterior. If you remember the older EcoSport, it was boxy, borderline awkward, and didn't really turn heads. The 2026 model flips the script. Up front, you've got a bolder grille with a cleaner, more athletic face. Ford ditched the old-school chunky plastic in favor of a sleeker front fascia with sharp LED headlights that now blend into the redesigned grille, giving it a bit of that baby Bronco attitude. The hood is sculpted with character lines that actually make it look wider and more planted on the road. Move to the side, and you'll notice how Ford tightened up the proportions. The belt line is higher now, and the roof line gently slopes toward the back for a sportier stance. It's sitting on either 17-inch or optional 18-inch alloy wheels depending on trim, and for once, they don't look like an afterthought. The side mirrors are finally body-colored, and the blacked-out pillars give it a semi-floating roof effect that screams modern crossover. Around the back, Ford has made the smartest change possible. They finally ditched that awkward side hinge tailgate. The 2026 EcoSport now has a proper vertical liftgate, which makes it so much more practical in tight spaces. The taillights are slimmer, sharper, and LED across all trims. There's also a cleaner bumper with a faux skid plate design that doesn't look overdone. Honestly, it looks like a different car entirely, and that's a good thing. Interior. Step inside, and the surprise continues. Ford knew it couldn't just redesign the outside and call it a day. The cabin gets a full tech and material overhaul. Gone is the cheap, hard plastic jungle. Instead, you get soft touch materials on the dash, leather accents in higher trims, and a floating 12.3-inch infotainment screen that now runs Ford's latest Sync 5 system. And yes, it's finally fast and responsive. The center console has been cleaned up, with actual physical controls for climate and volume, which is a relief. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and so is a fully digital instrument cluster that's crisp and easy to read. The steering wheel is now chunkier, with better grip and updated controls. Ford also added ambient lighting in select trims, which gives it a bit of a premium vibe at night. Front seats are supportive, heated on most trims, and offer decent legroom even for taller drivers. In the rear, things are tighter. It's still a subcompact after all, but the redesign has slightly improved knee and headroom. Cargo space also sees a small bump thanks to the vertical tailgate, and the adjustable load floor makes packing a little easier. Performance. Under the hood, Ford gives you two engine options: a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine pushing around 155 horsepower, or a slightly beefier 2.0-liter 4-cylinder offering closer to 180 horsepower. Both are paired with an updated 8-speed automatic transmission that shifts smoother than the old 6-speed setup. And yes, you can still get AWD if you go with the top trim, which is rare in this segment. Now let's be real, it's not a performance SUV. You're not buying the EcoSport to race Mustangs, but for city driving, daily commutes, and light road trips, it does the job without complaint. Acceleration with the 2.0-liter is more than adequate, and the steering is light but decently precise. What really improved, though, is the suspension. The 2026 EcoSport soaks up bumps better than before and handles rough roads with more composure. There's still some road noise at highway speeds, but nothing that's going to drive you nuts. Fuel economy is solid. Expect around 30 miles per gallon combined for the Bass engine and 27 miles per gallon with AWD. Not groundbreaking, but respectable. Safety-wise, Ford throws in a decent suite of features as standard: automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. Adaptive cruise is optional, and honestly, it should be standard at this point. but here we are. When it comes to pricing, Ford keeps it competitive. The base S model starts around $23,000, which gets you the essentials without feeling stripped. The mid-tier sits closer to $26,000 and adds more comfort and tech. The titanium trim which brings in leather, premium audio, and full driver assist tech tops out around $30,000. If you want the sportier street line with a bit more attitude, you're looking at roughly $31,000, fully loaded with a WD. So, is the 2026 Ford EcoSport finally worth taking seriously? Here's the honest truth. It's no longer the weak link in Ford's lineup. The new design actually looks good, the tech finally catches up to the competition, and the driving dynamics are just good enough to keep it relevant in a segment that's gotten brutally competitive. It's not perfect as the rear seats are still tight, and some features that should be standard are stuck behind trim paywalls. But compared to where the EcoSport was just a few years ago, this is a comeback story. Ford finally treated it like it matters, and it shows. If you're looking for a stylish, urban-friendly SUV that doesn't cost a fortune and no longer feels outdated the moment you buy it, the 2026 EcoSport deserves a spot on your test drive list. That's it for today's brutally honest review. If you like real reviews without the fake smiles and sales pitches, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment on what you want us to review next. This is Car Flash, cutting through the noise, one car at a time. Catch you in the next one.